To push the record button?
Yes, now.
I took a roll. And I got up on my feet and the car started honking and clapping. That's pretty good for an old drunk.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it on record. I mean,
All right, let's start. Let's call this meeting to order at 1:35 p.m.
Okay, Rudy Castellano,
Present.
Mike Cousins,
Here,
Mike Martinez,
Present.
Counselor Michael Montoya. Mr. Sweeney is excused. Travis Martinez,
present.
David Marquez.
Present.
There is a quorum.
what's up?
Very good.
Good to have a meeting again, by the way. It's been like since July or something. We'll move to approval of the agenda. We've got several, I think.
Shut the door, please. I'm sorry, David, not you, Adrian, in here.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Sorry.
These are just minutes.
So we're approving the agenda, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
I make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented. I'll second that.
okay, we have a motion by Rudy, a second by Mike Martinez, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This is where we have several minutes, July, August, September, October, and November.
If I may, please, July, we had minutes for July. August, September, October, and November are just for record keeping purposes, showing that we did come to the meeting, called it to order, and there was not a quorum.
Thank you for that information. So then I think we can just call for approval of those all together and get that out of the way.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 9th, August 13th, September 10th, August 8th, and November 12th. Okay, I can second it if I can get some clarification. Again, the minutes are titled July 9th, 2024, and I read them. It's a concise, you put everything together, right? Shawnee?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
So all the notes, all the minutes are put together, but it's actually reflecting the date of July 9th, which was the last official meeting.
Yes, that was our last official meeting, was on July 9th.
Okay, and the other ones are just of record, right?
Yes, just for record keeping purposes to show that there was not a quorum for any of those meetings.
Okay, then I second the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we have a motion by Mike Martinez, a second by Rudy, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Public input?
No, there's no public input.
Okay, business items, discussions and presentations, natural gas rate increase.
Okay, so this one right here is gonna be going with the council for December 18th. This will be the next council meeting, and it is to discuss the gas increase. Now, this is something that the gas department isn't doing as a whole just to do it for the community. It's something that is absolutely rated as an increase nationally across the board. So we have to rate, we have to do the natural gas increase. Yeah, so there's no, it's something we're paying for as well as the increase, and we're getting it from our provider. So we're gonna implement it as well for our customers also. We have to, and it's gonna be a total of, I think, estimation was gonna be a total of about 29 cents per customer increase, but, it's just something that does need to be
29 cents per
MCF.
MCF. Weakness.
Yeah.
No, 29 cents.
Yes, yeah, so, yeah.
So when you
So it'll be
multiply
per MCF, yes, sir.
it was so, it would, you know, it could be as much as $29 a month more, right?
Yes.
Does anybody use that much gas?
Yes, it just depends, yeah, but you do have some small commercial, large commercial that do utilize that much gas. It's really,
Yeah, I'll be, you know.
yeah, so it really,
Those are the high consumption ones.
I left my house and it was like 80 degrees. It's in the house and the wife said, "This is really kind of cold." I said, "No, let me take off my coat." But anyhow, yeah, you're right. The elderly,
I could read you guys out the letter if you guys want me to,
And just for reference, just on behalf of James, these prices are regulated by pipeline safety. So the city really can't.
that's something we can't ignore or turn,
They're the ones that regulate the prices. So
well,
yes.
but by the same token, I don't think there have ever been times when it goes the opposite way, when there's an overabundance, right? When they lower the prices.
Actually, it does, so it does decrease, so just by chance, annual to annual it changes, yeah. So I mean, at one point in time, it might be lower, and at some point in time, it might be higher. But I mean,
it's peak demand. So winter when most goes higher and summer when they're not using it, it's a decrease.
In the rates.
In consumption, but the rate of
Not in consumption,
rate
but
will
then
still be the same,
the rate will still be
yes,
the
this rate will still be the same. But on top of it, possibly even next year, there might be a decrease, you know what I mean, it just will vary, so every year it kind of, sometimes it's higher, other years it decreases. But, right now, there was a 7% increase, nationally increase, so, we did get the letter of intent from Zeal, our provider, we get our gas from, and this is why we're gonna be getting her creating, we don't walk through that. Rates will be going up a little
Right,
bit.
but you can't get to it. Oh, that's.
No, it's not, yeah.
Later to send you.
Yes, and if we don't send this letter out, what'll happen is we'll be including the cost for the increase of MCF for everybody. You know what I mean? And eventually the department will start taking a hit on this.
I'll start using more gas.
Yeah.
So,
So this letter will be discussed, like I said, I could read through the letter real quick just to give you guys. Yeah, so, natural gas rates, dear customers, the city of Las Vegas will be implementing an adjustment to the natural gas rate effective January 2025. This adjustment reflects the current market price of natural gas, which has increased nationwide. As a result of this market fluctuation, the rate will increase by 26.48 per MCF or 6.7% at billing pressure. This adjustment is necessary to ensure reliable natural gas service delivery to our community. Please note that this adjustment is per municipal code 255-4 in parentheses 3. Your natural gas bill reflects three components. A, monthly service charge. B, cost of natural gas, and C, cost of service. A, monthly service charge is a fixed amount and will not change. B, the cost that these costs will increase by 2.9%. The increase of this cost means that the rate the city charges of the cost of gas will increase from $3.93 per MCF to $4.19 per MCF. C, cost of service reflects the city's most of operating and maintaining the city-owned transmission and distribution system. This cost is adjusted annually to reflect changes in the consumer price index, a common pressure of inflation. The Bureau of Labor Statistics report that CPI increased this year. What does this mean for you? For the average consumer, it means that their monthly gas bill will increase from $57.76 to $58.36. Of course, no one is average. If you use more or less gas than the average consumer, your bill will decrease or increase accordingly. And then, of course, there's your fiscal monthly service charge, City of Las Vegas cost of charge, City of Las Vegas cost of gas, an accountant for gas, consumer price index, and average residential bill. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the City of Las Vegas Gas Department at 505-454-3832.
It's kind of a waste, nobody would answer the phone.
Yeah.
Answered.
I could reassure you that, yeah, anything that's you call, especially to any utility department, you will, especially leave a message, you will be getting called out.
It's nothing you're forcing upon the public, it's just simply being
Yes, sir, and it's,
recognized to be as is.
yes, sir, and I did include the letter from Zia as well. And it said, it stated, this is an increase nationally wide, so it's not just New Mexico, it's not just Las Vegas, it's nationally wide.
Maybe you should send that letter out first. From the zero.
It'll go with it.
Yeah, it'll go with it as well.
Let me ask you a question. Where are you piping the gas from? I want to see again.
Zia gets it from Colorado. Yes, sir. Actually, they get it from Raton. Raton's getting it from Colorado.
Because we're the biggest producer of oil in the nation. But the second biggest ever be New Mexico. So I would imagine that it shouldn't cost that much to have much here. But if we're getting it from Colorado, of course, and I understand the whole rationale behind this because we can't change suppliers in the middle of the spring. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it wouldn't be free.
Yeah,
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 not for 29 cents.
it's,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That makes sense today.
yes, sir. And I tell you, this is something we have to do annually. And it's not always an increase. Sometimes it decreases. I believe last year 12%. So it's a little bit higher last year, so it has dropped a little bit from that.
Yeah, well, 2,000 of that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so if I was the average consumer, instead of came to me talking about a raise, I guess it's pretty well explained.
Yes, everything's there in the chart, and
And
it's
it's
going
going
down from
So
2020.
the average person would understand it. You know what I'm saying?
So that's where if they do happen to have any questions or
yes.
concerns, they're more than welcome to contact us. And that we can explain to them because, their monthly service charge is still gonna be the same. A lot of their service charges are still gonna be the same. The only thing that you change, charge for is for the UCF.
Well, it's-
You can also tell them if you want, but then now you understand it. How to work with it as its customer. Your that's promoted to 75.
See, that's, yeah. That's it, and it's all, it's really, I mean, you know, you do a lot of plumbing as well, so you totally understand that and get that. And even though it's consumers, a lot of us will understand that, but there's some people, they go, you know, they'll turn on or they'll fluctuate the thermostat to where the more you fluctuate, the more gas you're gonna use. And, if you continue to drop from 70 to 90, but then at night, you leave it at 90, 95, you know, you're gonna use a lot of gas. And then, of course, once it gets high, you're going and dropping it down. That's when you use the most gas. But if you keep it the same, though, Mr. Martinez, know that, you're gonna be
All the
okay.
time.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
I
like
tell
just,
my daughters that, yeah, I'm really.
and you already know, so someone just keep it right here at that set, don't move
Yeah,
it.
and I put the word out because
Definitely, yeah, you always do good at that as well. So, yes, sir.
it's only fair.
Yes. You guys want to water something? Right? You guys want water? You want to stop? You want to do? Mr. Martinez?
No, that's probably a lot. I had some, they just weird.
The other green or no?
No, it's just the way it is.
Mr. Chairman.
That's it.
And Travis, the question I have is then again, under business items, it says discussion presentations. Are they items that we need to take action on? We just have to listen to them?
No, these are just for,
Information.
discussion and, you know, information purposes.
And it's gotta be put out that way. It's not making place.
Yeah, in other words, it's gonna go to the city for their approval.
So then
Well,
we'll
the
move
council
to,
doesn't have a choice but to do it. I mean, that's it. There is no choice.
There's no
It's
choice.
been made by the higher up president.
Thank you.
So then we're done with that discussion item.
You guys
I
have
think
any?
so, unless you have anything else, really, then we'll move on to the water administrative order. Sanitary survey. Is there anything else you want?
Another thing I did want to just point out real quick, with the percentages of everything that was figured out, of course, we have to do configures of our north-south readings that are coming in to our new regulating station at Mullins. And, I'm proud to announce to state that the gas division loss of gas has been down to a total of 1.9%. This is the lowest that we've ever been as far as unaccounted for gas. And I did want to bring that forward to the committee because, I think it's important that you guys are aware of that because for us, this is huge. If we're over anything from 6% or 8%, we're in huge violations because then they're gonna be questioning, well, what's going on with this facility? Anything over that, you start having PRC down here, down our neck, even a lot more strategic and thorough. And so for us to be down at 1.9, this is the lowest that we've been in all the years that we've done this configured. So whatever we're doing out on the field as far as our league surveys, they're really taking place. And it's really showing that we're holding ourselves accountable. But to be down at 1.9%, this is huge for the community. And it's first time ever. So we're keeping our word on keeping our community safe, but the numbers don't lie. So showing that at 1.9% is huge for that. For the department.
That's very good.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you. So the annual league survey is being paying off. Moving forward, what we are planning on looking, this will be something about you guys as well, but we are looking into purchasing our own league survey equipment to be mobile. We do have our own league survey equipment right now to, go into houses, investigate for leaks, etc. But we could purchase this equipment to go mobile. We need to do leak surveys more than just one time, which would be huge. We'll be able to probably eventually go to quarterly. Definitely.
I know that we are responsible for the get needed for the house.
Yes, sir.
But there would have to be some written down that, that could be a food service, if we want it. You can't charge the customer out.
Yeah.
Where anything is.
Yes, sir.
I have some examples. That's fixed. But those you got.
Yeah.
And you know what the vehicles, that I made 40 years ago.
Wow.
40 years ago.
Wow.
I was sitting on the beach for sale and thinking.
That was for your house, yeah. For your house.
I have a propane tank too also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought it was a propane tank and they were going to let them out. That was,
Natural gas.
that's the gas.
Shawnee,
Yes,
is there a way to hook up the computer to the TV?
I'm not sure.
Let me see.
Yeah. With the laptop.
Going up next on the administrative order, I have it on my computer. I have it on the computer program. I don't have it printed out because it is a nightmare to do it. But it's trying to get it real quick. I'll show you guys the presentation for the 2021 sanitary survey and the water administrative order. So basically, the city of Las Vegas had undergone a sanitary survey back in October 2021. They had 45 days to complete the sanitary survey. Some of the sanitary survey was complete. The city water treatment plant got hit with 20 violations.
No.
How did we do it last time, dude?
I don't see that there was an adapter, right?
No, because the computer would have to have this, and it does not.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways, the city of Las Vegas never finished the 2021 sanitary survey, which, of course, I stepped into the role. I'm the one that ended up having to get it done. We finished it on the deadline, which was October 31st of 2024. It took 797 days to complete. According to the staff, the fires took place, the flooding took place, COVID took place. I guess that's why the city was never able to finish the sanitary survey. And then, of course, the city of Las Vegas did get hit with every other water thing about the sanitary survey. So we were able to finish it up. We got all of the survey done, complete. There was one that we needed to send to the drinking water bureau, and that deficiency was the calibrations. Basically, who calibrates it, when calibrate it, how to calibrate it, and what type of machine it is. So we were able to finish it up. We sent it to drinking water bureau. Joe Savage has it right now. It's under review. There's another part to the administrative order that's needed to be done, and that was the disinfection byproduct, which are the trihalomethanes and hydroxy acids, which, it's basically just the disinfection byproduct, and it is stagnant water and such. On that case, we're looking into some equipment that we're going to be putting into our case, so that way we can drop on our readings. The PPE 10s and the HA5s. We're borderline. It's right there. I mean, I think for the PPE 10s, it's 0.083. I think was the minimum we can do, and we're at 0.087. So even if we were just to drop 5%, we fall right underneath what we need to do to get away from this violation. So we're looking into some equipment right now that we're hoping that we can install this next year and start getting on the learning annual average. That's what the city is on. So basically, just because 1 month we're not in violation doesn't mean we're out of violations. It's every 3 months is how they do this, or quarterly. So that's half the fight. The other half on this administrative order is the total organic contaminants, the TACs. That is another thing that we are working on with the water treatment plant. We just had the 2024 survey just finished. I was taking care of that last week. So the week before last, we finished up the 2021, and now we're going through the 2024 sanitary survey. This one, I would like to say we did do good. We got the inspectors everything they needed. Everything was centralized, all the information. So whatever they requested, they had it on hand. They actually gave a lot of points to one of our technicians, which are glad to say he's only level 1, but they tested him up at the plant. They made him do backwashes. They made him do several other things, and he was able to do what a level 4 was doing. And he's only level 1. So they were really impressed with this young guy that we have. So I've kind of been on him since I got in here to hurry up and move up these levels. So I think at one time he really wasn't sure of himself, but now he was kind of scared, but I told him, I said, hey man, it's your time to shine. Show him what you do every day. And he went in and he showed him what he does every day. And the inspector came back and said that he was very, very impressed, because little did he know he actually walked out of the room and left him inspected myself. But that was just to build confidence. So, as far as the administrative order goes, we have till November of 2025 next year. So we have 1 more year to get these other 3 violations done. As far as the other half of the violations of it, they're all complete. Me and my staff did about 3 years worth of work in about a week. We had to redo the O&M plan. We had to do the UAP, emergency assistant operating procedures. We had to break everything down. We had to pretty much itemize everything and make sure that the staff was following each step by step, and showing the drinking water bureau how organized we can be. So, like I said, we finished the 2021 sanitary survey. Now we're going to the 2024. So next month, I can you guys a report of that one. But the sanitary surveys, they only give us 40 to 60 days, I believe, to complete it. But this time around, I had a meeting with the inspectors before and I asked them, what are you guys looking for? What can we do to, speed the process up? And the inspectors were very generous. They gave us a list and, we provided them with all the information even before they got here. So it was real easy for them to come in. They already knew what they were looking for. We talked through it. They tested our guys and, they gave us a lot of credit. So I'm hoping when we get the inspection done and we get the report, we're good to go.
And these are those should be face findings also, or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We face fines and, we were already gonna start facing fines if we hadn't completed the 2021 sanitary survey, which.
Or is it anything, they give a anything, right, before you start?
45, well, once they get your final report, they give you so many days. To complete
Like
it.
45 days or?
Or the last time if they said we give 45 days to complete it. So like this one, like they give us another 45, they have to finish whatever violation that we do that. But we try to mitigate it as best as we can. So like I said, I was up there the whole time, me and my staff, and everything we gave to them. I tried to be organized. I tried to get everything centralized. So that way, when somebody does show up, we get to know their orientation, they need these documents. They're right there. They're digital. They're hard copies. They're everything. I'm changing the mindset of staff. So, it's organization, documentation. So,
Well, you guys don't cease to amaze me. And the number probably.
So water quality has not been compromised at all, right?
no, sir, we're still producing water and we're reporting to Drinking Water Bureau every day and, we are getting our recording residuals every other day where we're doing our reports, everything that's come back. The only thing that we keep getting on are the disinfection byproducts and the cleaning. But of course, that's being managed with the Drinking Water Bureau. And,
Well, have the storage on all the actual drinking water storage.
you're talking about cabin sites,
Yeah.
Luna and Valencia?
Yeah.
So right now, we've got Valencia about 500,000 gallons. Well, it's around full. Luna from this morning was around 2.7 million gallons. And up at the tank, cabin site, we're about 17 feet, so about 2 million gallons. And that's why we had a shutdown this last week because we're doing the track back system and the SCADA system. So the track back, we had to shut it down. We had to clean out one of the clarifiers, move to the other side, and that takes time. The final shut down for the day, we cleaned it, and then once we got back, we were able to do the back washes. We got the clarifiers, everything back in order, and we're producing water at the end of the day. And right now we're having to do everything by hand because we are doing a lot of work and stuff like that. But
But you gotta be prepared of something to do that.
yes, sir.
That's great. It is. It's-
Yes, sir. So staff has been doing good and, what affects water treatment plant affects wastewater. So my biggest, problem I've been having is to get wastewater guys and water guys to get along. This guy knows what I'm talking about. But that's just my thing on the water administrative order. The half of the 2021 survey is already complete. Now we're just the two disinfection byproducts and the TOC is what we're working on. We're hoping to get that complete by November of this next year.
Not good.
And then the text gov communication system. You guys might like this. So this is a automated system with texting. And it's going to be done through customer service. So let's just say you want to know about your bill. You'll text the number, it'll text you back. It'll say, please input your account number. You put your account number, boom, it'll text you what you owe. Or if you want to know business license, it'll text the number business license. boom, it'll send you a link on where to go to get a business license or how to apply for a business license. Let's just say that there's a water leak in this vicinity. So what the girls will go do is they'll make a PSA, they'll write it down on the machine, on the computer. There'll be a water leak at 905 12th Street. And then they'll draw out a map of the affected areas. They'll click it, and everybody's phone numbers that's updated within the city that lives in that general facility will get a PSA. And it'll say your water will be out or low pressure, whatever it is that they put in there. And now people can't say that we don't get a hold of you if you don't have your bill. We send you, hey, you owe this, you're gonna get shut off, and people don't like to answer the phone, especially when they're calling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody answers a text message because they're like, hey, we have this list of people that are on the cutoff not payments. We've been trying to get a hold of them, nobody wants to. What they'll do through this program right here, they'll just type it in, put in their phone numbers, and you'll get a text message stating that, this is how much you owe, please come in and pay, talk to blah, 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 blah. To this will stop you from interrupting your services.
Small form of AI.
Yes, sir. And this one right here, it's for every single type of every other department. Every department can utilize it. So right now, I started working on it. I passed it on to the manager out there. She's taking a good thing with it, and she likes it. And it's and my service has cut down about 96%. So people don't even call no more; they just text, and this does everything for them basically. So the only ones that, from what we've understood, is the elderly, the ones that don't know how to, text message or whatever. Those are pretty much still the ones that'll call and ask questions. But with this system, you just text it.
When you get into the newer generation right now, like even when you make a phone call, they don't want to answer you. They rather text you. Hey, please text me. And it's not so much that they're actually busy or doing something. They would just rather communicate with through text versus actually talking to you on the phone.
And
it's less time spent.
Yeah, it's less time spent, and they could talk to 4 or 5 different people while they text.
Well, what got me on this one, what had me sold on this is I was talking with the guy who was doing a demonstration, and he goes, "What's your phone number?" So I gave him my phone number. He goes, "Okay, text the number." So I had an old picture of a water line, it was leaking. So anyways, I text and I was like, water leak, and I sent the picture message to the text my girl's number. Wow, it went to my work phone number, and it said water leak, and he put Johnson Street or whatever. So it was crazy that on my personal phone I put in water leak. There's a water leak, and it came all the way around, and it came to my work phone, and I got that same picture, and it told me the address, a water leak, everything, and it had the picture and all of that. So he was telling me that, let's just say you came in and he said, "Look, boom, there's a water leak." You text it to the text my gov, and you put down the address. I'll get it. Customer service will get it. Water distribution will get it. So there's no calling and then calling the other, on-call guy. Everybody that is for like the water department, like me, myself, and Travis, and the on-call phone, they'll all get that same message. And the gas division, if there's a gas leak, it'll be him, Kenny, and Dave, and customer service who will all get it. So by the time he gets the call, he's already knows exactly what's going on. And then you can take, and then it'll text you back. So let's say Dave got the gas leak, and okay, responding right now. Well, it'll send a text message back to that person stating that gas division received and is working on it. So it's just
really speed you up. And easy enough.
yeah. And this, like I said, this system that we're going through with right now, it's got a lot of capabilities, and that's kind of what we like to know, more efficiency. So if, you know, people just wanna text the city about it, well, we'll let the system do it for us.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. My fourth grader said, "Grandpa, all you do with your fingers, just push the mic and talk to it."
And it types it all
And I
out for
texted
you.
her, I said, "Yeah, I know this."
Now I can text it like that.
That's right. Sometimes you just have to re-verify, sometimes it is what it is,
Yeah.
and it'll just say.
You have to double check that.
And you almost have to double check some of the words. sometimes.
It's that, that was great. What do you mean? You know, I got that.
Yeah, so
Goes.
that's what this system is for, and, you know, we plan to get fire department, police department, of course, all the utilities, everybody intertwined on the system to make things more efficient and make things go more. And with things today, you know, people just want to text, you know, nobody wants to talk no more or anything, so what better way to do it? And don't worry, you can talk to your text messages.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and he's right, you know, because like choir members, half of them, if I call them, they won't answer, but if I text them.
No, if you text them, they'll respond back right away.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
I learned that, even with the younger staff that we do have.
Yeah.
When you call them sometimes, they'll write, they won't answer. But you'll text them, hey, can you come real quick? Are you busy or not this moment? What's going on? And then, oh, no, I just, I feel more comfortable texting them. And they'll let you know right away, but they'll respond to everything for text. It's just they're not comfortable. A lot of the younger generation don't have those people skills to be able to talk, even voice to voice on a phone. They literally just text you.
Well, that's when they think I'm going with really good. We had a separate phone direct from there, that was the phone with the helmet. You know, when you had your own company phone, but there was direct, so we called it direct anyone in Boston, like next.
Right.
So basically that take care of that.
Yeah.
I started sharing, whether you're on a phone call or not, yeah, it's like that.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
And you know how people, we go door to door and leave door tags? You don't have to leave door tags.
Phone tag now.
Now it'll just. And of course, it's gonna be an undergoing because now that if we do move to the system, everybody that comes in, we're just gonna have to update their personal phone numbers, everything. But, you know, once we start getting the hang of all of that, it's just gonna make things a lot more easier and more efficient, and at least that's where we're going.
It would be nice to, the city employees that are actually, that will know where everybody's at, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we move on. We have some things that we have to discuss on both says recommendation for approval to award RFP for number 2025-09 for on-call maintenance and repairs to the what's that, the utility
No, UV system.
or the UV system to Kingdom Technology Services and enter into contract.
Yes, sir. So basically, we have a UV system over there at the wastewater facility. And now I've been kind of doing, well, of course, you know, the city does contracts and all that. But my main focus with these contracts are specialized services. And this right here is one of those specialized services because it is very hard to get a company to come down to work on it. So it's better to do a contract, at least a year contract. This system is a major part of the wastewater plant. So Kingdom Technology, they're out of Texas, and they'll be here I think they told us within like an hour, 16-hour service call whenever they're needed. So
What is your be?
Hopefully,
yeah,
That's what I thought.
now it's also like
Seriously.
I just, when I was reading, I wrote
Okay, that's the thought that came to my mind, you be, I mean.
Text me. Text me.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because a lot of times we use acronyms and we have no idea what. Yeah, that makes sense.
So what is the value country that would use?
we're at.
The other bidder.
the second bidder, I guess.
Yeah, two bids.
Oh, yeah, we have two bids for that. So where is the second bidder at?
But then how do
Oh, yeah, so the value concrete, those guys weren't really, they're basically like a third party. So basically what they do is we tell them this is the work we need done with the UV services. And they have another company that's contracted to them to work on that system.
So,
Yeah, so we kind of didn't like their proposal was kind of basically they don't specialize in that type of work that we needed.
they're trying to do it together and get some work.
Yes. And of course, you know, the RFP, the committees that do this, it has to be everything standard to the scope of work.
I was thinking all of them for this.
So there's never a dollar amount on these ones because the services are always changing depending on the type of work. So let's just say that the UV system went down and it short circuited. So they're gonna have to come down here, they're gonna have to identify the problem. When they identify the problem, and that's when they give us a quote. And they tell us, these are the equipment that you're gonna need, and this is how much it's gonna be for us to fix it.
Okay, so now go on getting that as long as you're not that wide open.
No, it's not as wide open. It's only to the scope of services. So they can't say that they can come in and work on any other part of the plant. It's only on the UV system. That's it. So there's no,
So it's based on recommendation. That's the purpose.
yes. Yeah, it's nothing open like that or anything. So, because I mean, with the ultraviolet system, you know, any little thing that happens, our technicians won't know until we get a total shot. And you know, we have to bring down these people that actually know how to work on the system. And of course, they tell us this is what we're going to need. And
I think that's, fair enough, consulting.
yeah. And the good thing is, you know, they come in, they troubleshoot, and they fix it. You know, it's not like an engineer that comes in and plan, design, construct it.
What your problem is.
Yeah, so, you know, that's kind of what we're trying to do with a lot of these newer contracts we're doing, specialized services. We're looking for people that deal with this type of work and can work on it. So, you know, it defeats the purpose of third parties or anything like that.
But you give you a comparative, when you never get it on the pricing level,
We can ask, but
not necessarily,
not necessary.
but this one,
Yes, sir.
I have that from a chemical John. So these are just what we're approving is just a recommendation.
Right, we're not approving anything, we're recommending to council whether to award this contract.
It's not an action item, in other words, there's nothing that we have to vote on.
Yes, we have, this one, we're voting to
Recommend.
to recommend, yeah.
Yeah.
So I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to keep recommendation for two RFP 2025-09 for all call maintenance test for UV system treatment technology services and maintenance contract.
I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Mike Martinez, a second by Rudy, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, and the next one, recommendation for approval to award RFP 2025-07 for hydrologist consulting services to Gloria Geoscience and enter into contract.
They were the only bidder?
There are the only bidders.
It's because of the specialty, right?
Yes.
But we're looking for a long time.
For a long time, yes.
And see probably.
The utilities department, and I spoke about this with executive office, and me and my staff have looked into a program where we have these RFPs and RFPs that if we get onto this program, of course, it's gonna cost the city a yearly subscription, but if we end up going this route, a lot of our RFPs and RFPs that we put out will be going out nationwide instead of just local.
For other bidders and.
For any type of RFP or RFP, request for bid or proposal, we'll start going out nationwide instead of locally. Because, I think the city wants to start moving, to get fresh eyes on new things and stuff like that,
That's
so,
moving forward.
yeah, so, we're working on something like that.
I think that's a hell of an idea.
You open for a motion then, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I recommend approval of, the wide RFP under 2025-7 for the hydraulics consulting services to, Glorieta Geoscience and enter into a contract for.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Rudy, a second by Mike Martinez, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we got a recommendation for approval to change the meeting date and time for this committee. And, I guess I can talk a little bit about, we have a member that can't make it on the Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month. And we're thinking a good way to do that is change the meeting and change it to the Thursday before to the first Thursday of the month. That way it's a week, more like a week before the council meeting. And, if people don't have a problem with that, I don't have a problem with it. Mike is the one that can't be here on those Tuesdays anymore, and so all we need is to vote on it and I guess see if we can get it passed.
Yeah, how I would, ask on that is at the committee, yourself, just another time. Because I'm not gonna forget. That's keep thinking it's gonna be Tuesday. So we get the routine established. What has really been helpful is they really the packet on my doorstep. And that reminds me of the meeting.
So the packets and all that will keep continuing to normally.
And I also get them on the computer, don't get me
Yes.
wrong, but the packet is really a concrete. Right there it is. Yeah. Because the computer would have,
Yeah, if you don't log in, you're not gonna know.
Shawnee, did you hear that?
I did not.
They said that the first Thursday of every month is fine, but you need to have a big calendar on there when you put out the packet to remind them.
Okay.
Well, that'll help me with that.
I think if it's not a problem, Shawnee, if you could just give Rudy maybe a buzz on the phone, the day before or something, or
well, we'll work this for you, or is it the deal?
That's fine. I can do that.
That's the day before.
Yes, I can do that the day before. Also, being that it is under committee recommendations, you do have to take a vote on it.
yes, we were getting to that now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did I ask a question? In terms of the legalities of it, of changing the meeting date when it's already done advertising in the paper, supposedly has it or has it not? Is this already being advertised? I would imagine that the avenues, public input, not coming up. We will take care of the legalities of changing the date.
Yes, sir, we'll do all of that through clerk's office, correct, Shawnee?
Yes,
Yes.
Then,
I believe we'll have to publish it in the newspaper. And then we can do it through the city clerk's office.
Yeah, I think that'll help pretty good on that. I tried to print the executive person. So then you know, choice.
Okay, then I'll entertain a motion for a vote on changing the meeting date.
So I recommend, Mr. Chairman, that we, approve the change, the committee, utilities committee meetings from Tuesdays to Thursdays, first Thursday of the month, same time, 1:30.
Same time, yeah.
Yes. This time, that's nothing now.
That works for me.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we got a motion by Rudy, a second by Mike Martinez, all in favor? Opposed? Alright. That's that. So then, we've got monthly report things here in the back. In fact, it's project status and announcement or anything. Travis,
No, sir, other than what I've already, spoke about earlier. I mean, I have the track back in the SCADA project if you guys wanna know the progress on that.
How about the progress and how's the going?
We're complete. We've been done, we're done. The whole water line, everything has been complete. Then I turned watching from June, July, August, September. We completed the water line.
So basically, what's going on now
Is, Public Works. Public Works has taken over so they're doing the road and all of the sidewalk and stuff like that. As far as the water line goes, we completed everything.
That was big one.
Yeah, we got on it and, there was a couple things we had to hurdle over, but we were able to do it and.
What do you want to do for that, right there, subscriber? It was a big problem.
Yeah, so what we did is we ended up teeing it off right there. Because, there was some difficulties between the contractor, the engineer, and basically the whole planning design of it. So, in order to fix that, we just tee it off. There's a valve that's right there. We went ahead and we just, incorporated a manhole. So that way, if the guys are new to it, they just lift it up and we can exercise that valve on and off right there.
Not a,
And the manhole.
this is very big.
Yes, but that valve is a
So
big
customer
old
complaints.
16-inch valve, so it's pretty big valve. It took up the whole manhole. You know what I mean? So we had to find out some ways to make it work without having to go over more budget because,
Very large.
that valve took up majority of all that space, so it's it's just one big valve box, put it that way. But we were able to tie it all in and everything like
I
that.
knew it was gonna be no easy deal. I stopped there and said, it was not gonna be no easy fixing.
We got it. We got it. And, that's that other part where it runs right there where they're talking about the drop inlet into the stone break. That'll be the second part of when we continue that line up there, so.
so that, okay, so then that line, when does that line supposed to happen? The rest of it,
In the near future. I can't,
you don't have a date on it?
I don't have, it. No, it still has to go through planning, design, it still needs all of that stuff. Plus you need funding for it.
Right.
I couldn't tell you what the last administration was thinking on timelines and timeframes and stuff like that. So, I mean,
I rather see them this way.
yeah,
It's more easier than the stress, especially time limits and. It takes us a lot more, it even tells a lot more.
yeah.
Than it seems.
And see, the next parts, when you start going further up north to the hot springs, you start having way more underground facilities.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And
Yeah, I just thought that kind of thought it was already planned and stuff, but that's, I mean, that's good to know.
Yeah, so, one more question?
Yeah, but
On the Story Lake, issue. They're saying that the water leakage has caused all of them money for more water
The leakage from,
from the Story Lake.
say Las Vegas has 847 acre feet of raw water, and Tijuana 460, the Story Lake. Origin that the city owes water to Story Lake for leakage of the tower, the total has not been. So that's, something that executive office and Mike Tijuana are meeting on.
Yeah. So it's something that, so the Story Lake project people are still picking up money from the city for the usage of water from Story Lake.
What we have,
Okay, that goes on.
yes,
Is that just like is it a backup? Because we're not using water out of Story Lake.
yeah. We're using, Story Lake.
but even if you don't use it,
You still have to have.
It's part of that contract.
Yeah, so that's, because right now we're not on main times and that, we've got a lot of, plenty of water coming in, right?
Yes, sir.
So we've got the Dodger and, yeah,
Peterson has not been utilized just yet. It's actually been down since, it overtopped. I have a e-com coming in. They are giving me some plan and design on the levy system. The reason that I need to do the levy system is because of we're doing the contract now for the new dam. Now, the new dam, of course, everybody knows about the Peterson. And if we get the funding to do the new dam, I need to upgrade that levy system. Because the levy system is not part of the dam. Well, best way to do it now that it's down. So I have an e-com coming in. They're gonna give you some planning design on the levy system that'll help out the future dam. So now that we have some money and stuff that I do need to fix because that's my favorite word, the dam engineers or the engineers of the dam, whatever you want to call them. They're requesting that the levy system does get fixed because of the flooding. And majority of it has been fixed. But I do want some planning, I do want some design to finish it up, so that way it won't affect the V dam too much. And pretty much I can incorporate that with the V dam that's coming in, so.
that is just a thing.
The levee system is basically, the water. How would you put it? It's like a reservoir on the side of the, it's like a river on the side of the reservoir. That protects the water that comes into like yeah, and it comes out down and it goes in front of the dam. Yes, instead of it going into the river.
It's so more like an overflow and it's not supposed to be called that, I guess, right?
Yeah. So what happened is when we got the flooding, all the water just rushed down the mountain and it took out that whole system that was supposed to protect.
So those already one in place.
There was another one.
That I didn't.
Yeah, it was one in place and we got the backside fixed, but we do need the north side fixed. And I have a e-com that I already doing the planning design for the dam, just incorporate the new levee system.
And still is academic.
Yes, sir.
Academic. So
And then there's a little bit of, the levee system that broke on Bradner. On the far back, we have to get that fixed too. But I have a e-com giving me some planning design on that, so when I finish my report and I send it to the engineers, well, at least the dam engineers will know that, there was planning design. That was,
Sam down.
that's what they're called, the dam engineers?
Yeah. You say that out to somebody.
But, at least I'll have that backed up along with the report that I need to give. So they told me that they'll have me, the design here before Christmas. So once New Year starts, Christmas is done, we're gonna get all of that and finish it up.
It's basically a volume control
Yes.
from rainwater and stormwater.
And then now I also have the pit ponds, you guys remember that one? That I brought forward, they're gonna get started on doing the pit ponds behind Granner and Peterson. NRCS was able to get that completed through the state engineer's office.
What about the guy that's done? The guy that's
The diversion. So right now, that's actually part of the other project that NRCS is doing. There's a couple permits that they have to take. But we should be moving forward on that. And we're also trying to see if we can redo the gabions. We're trying to redo the gabions, but we'll see what that entails.
And I understand the theory behind the gathering, but in my own opinion, it's just slow the water down. But I think personal could be.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, if you go back there and you've seen what they've been holding back, they've been doing what they're meant for, because there's a lot of sediment that's coming down, a lot. So, I mean, it's hard to say because I've heard other engineers and I've heard hydrologists say that this is gonna last anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30 years. So you're like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's pressure for it.
And the whole thing is, Mike, you don't want that stuff, you don't wanna have to clean that shit out of your actual, your system and, you know, fall down in your intake and all that shit, you know, you need to catch it before it gets there, you know.
So, well, I see them, the only reason I say that is because I see them through them out and I bring the top pipe point to get down and it's the hell with it. Fill it up again. And then if they're still picking and they're dumping somewhere else.
Yeah, it's gonna be another part of the problems. And I'm talking with executive office to, you know, we need to do something that's a permanent, you know, fix. So, I mean, it just takes time. And, you know, they just came in and they said here, here, and here, you know, which was a big thing and a big help. But if you're gonna do something permanent, you know, there's gonna have to be studies of what type of material it's gonna be, the flow of the water, what time of the year, how can you get the sediment out of there with the river still flowing to where city employees can do it, and you know, you don't have to contract it out. How are you gonna be able to do it with permitting, you know, stuff like that? So those are the major questions that we have to think about, and we have to really think of who's gonna pay this work. And you know, like a lot of locals, I call them local, you know, state of New Mexico, there's a lot of good engineering firms out there, don't get me wrong, but there's not a lot of engineering firms that are specialized for stuff like this, you know.
That's what I'm maybe forecasting is maybe another crew from the city itself. They will work in the city and they'll do the new instead of contact with a lot.
Sure, if we can get guys to fill positions we need right now.
That's just a particular little bit for that.
Who was it?
Okay, if you trying to do it, I was like, I'm gonna talk to you like that. So call Sean and get to the news for you down.
Oh, she already started.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. You know what? Robert was like, man, you guys, you said you need that thing, but girls over, I'm like, they're gonna clean it up, I guess, because they're the only ones that fight for wastewater.
I told her, don't hide him down there. She already looked at school.
Oh, wow,
Well,
okay.
she was real positive that it's more for the. That's what she went.
Yeah.
And she said, they teach me how to run a fucking over this weekend. Nice. They're into it, you know. After
Oh, yeah, and I've been pushing hard for them to go get their levels, so I know there's one girl that's there, and she went and applied for her level 2 wastewater, and I got another guy that's going to apply for his level 1 wastewater, and then I think they got the other guy there that's gonna go for his collection step 2. And then up at the water treatment plants, I got one guy going for his level 3, and I got the other guy going for his level 2. And I have 4 guys that are ready to come off of probation. So once they get their full year in, I'll be able to send them for their level 1s. And I've been trying every Wednesday of every week to set up passes. that are taught by, SMA for the levels 1s and 2s. So these guys are coming in and from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, they're trying to get them, teach them the basics of the level 1s and 2s, so that way we can monitor, but also, some people have different ways of learning.
Mhm.
I've seen guys that are excellent at hands-on and they get it. And then you have guys that can't get hands-on, but they can read a book immediately. They can get it back. So with us able to, monitor them and teach them, the 1 or 2 hours every week, which I'm trying to get 2 days out of the week now, but for right now it's just the one. But they're not scared of asking questions. They're not ridiculed. We're trying to help them. No question is a dumb question. Let us help you. The guy that we have over here teaching these guys, he's actually certified with the state to give these classes. So the Rural Water Association is for every hour that they get, for every 2 hours that they do here, they're granted 1 hour towards their certifications. So we were able
That's what
to,
gonna have to go.
yeah.
That's it.
So we were able to work that out with the state and they gave us that.
I was just wondering how you feel about the overtime and stuff like that. If it doesn't get.
No, it's during the day. It's during their work hours. It's during their work hours. Yeah. And then we want to do scenarios with them. If something happens at the plant, how do you react? How do you do this? Because it's on the job training and it's part of their certification. So I'm trying to think of outside the box of how to get these guys to do it, because you can push them and push them and push them. And, if they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. But at least they know that we're helping them and we're supporting them at least, you know what I mean? They're coming back. And,
That's how we cope with them.
yeah.
And now we sort them out and that's, people gather as you don't. You have yourself in the hands-on, just when we over here, hands-on.
Yeah.
We can get to whatever.
So around, hopefully this time next year, I can hopefully say I have some level 1s and 2s that, that we have, because of course, to go to your level 3s and 4s, it takes more time. But at least with the level 1s and 2s, I would be proud to say that the city has had what we're trying to
We're
achieve.
moving in the right direction.
Yeah, move forward.
Moving in the right direction.
Dave has the same thing. He's going through the same thing with his guys and pushing him and welding, and we're not getting those type of people that we need. So what best way to do it in-house, man, is build up our guys.
Build up the staff we have there.
Our staff is, Dave has 7 years left. I've got 10 years left. Still a long time, but I want to build a healthy foundation so that way, if something happens or whatever, I need Dave needs, the next guys can come in and
They could take over. It'll be run smooth. It'll be run smooth. It'll be a smooth transition versus it's scrambling and bringing in people who don't know anything. Trying to learn the system. It's already today. They're trying to learn the system out there and there, and it's going to take time regardless, and it's going to take a lot of patience. But during that kind of event, anything can take place and happen. So a lot of cross training is being utilized with a lot of staff. A lot of cross training to, like Travis mentioned earlier, you're trying to assess these individuals to see where their strong points are. And through cross training, you're able to get that type of assessment and feedback. And when you're able to see a certain individual could shine out, where all of a sudden you have a possible welder who you would have never even known had you not been in this individual chance. So in the opportunity, exactly. So like right now within the gas department, like Travis was mentioning, with those, it's a lot of on-field training and on-site training, and we do need certain certifications and qualifications to be able to perform these duties. And we do actually have 2 welders right now within the department, and we have about that fourth. We haven't had 2 welders in the gas department in over 10 years. You know what I mean? So we're moving in the right direction right now. We have a level 2 welder and a level 1. So the level 1 welder is literally ready to take his level 2 welder. After we get these guys, this particular guy is level 2. Now we're able to chase actually getting the inspector into the welding. So that way we don't rely on contractors for any type of necessary emergency situation that could arise with the gas department. We're able to weld and one of the other individuals is able to expect it because he's a level 2 outlet one. And so that's the direction we're going in.
That's,
We're trying to bring back your brother's keeper mentality to the city, you know what I mean? I think in years past, the city employees have lost that mentality, you know, it's,
For certain individuals, just knowing the task at hand, but keeping it to themselves. I'm not gonna show this individual, I'm not gonna show it because then now they're gonna restrict me. And that's
so
the
I
wrong,
respect that.
Yeah.
Cause you know, I get sent, to do
yeah, well,
you do work, right? Let's just take a plug through these young guys have been out 2 days. And their boss will come, hey, can you help your job? Yeah. Not 20 minutes, well, it's all I've done, like 2 weeks, 60 years worth. And I told him, first of all, the thing that you said, I told him, look, guys, I'm not here to insult people. I'm not here to make you look bad. I'm not trying to make yourself look good. But if you want to learn something, I can teach you. But if you're not willing to learn, I don't have to be here. And that's when you figure out, hey, he's not here to insult us.
and shit, yeah.
Get it done.
They're probably, it's a fresh breath of air when they
Yeah.
see, but now it's not, now here come these guys in there.
Yeah, but
It's a make us feel down.
it's good because they're calling me less and less. And I like that. You know. I again, do the transition thing. I'm more on the repair side than the working side. But on the other hand, the work city manufacturer is creating this knowledge. So share it.
And so we see here too, because at any given time, things change. And I mean, if it does, I'd rather be able to go to bed at night knowing that we did everything necessary to help it run smoothly over here, where it's gonna continue to run smoothly, even after we're done. Versus it being like, well, no, they should have done this. They shouldn't have done that because things change, you know what I mean? And when it does, well, at least it's gonna be ran smoothly.
Well, the other ones that are a little tougher, I'll see them, and I know what they're looking for. But you can tell, you like,
Oh, yeah.
and I just say, hey, well, I'll help you out, I'll help you out. Come on, you gotta listen to me, and then I'll set them up quick. So then we're done. And they better to appreciate it instead of trying to make you look. Really?
I tell all my managers, you know, teach them how to do your job. Not that we're trying to replace or nothing, but teach them how to do your job. Because if one day you want to take off, you know, so you need time away sometimes. But you can at least go home and relax and not have to worry about are they doing it right? What are they doing? You know, calling. You know, if you're sick, you know, be home, get better, not worry. But if you're not gonna teach your employees how to do the job, then you know, and I start off with our managers. I'm like, teach them how to do your job. Teach them how you do this. Teach them how you do that. The more they know, the better off they're gonna be. It's just like me and.
And the better off the department's gonna be as a whole.
Well, I've been in the television to the job site, and then my voice is going up, I thought I'm everything that I should. And then after a while, I choke the job site and they send me. And I said, well, screw it, man. My 2 legs on and they still stand there. What's going on, man? We don't need you here anymore.
Well, that's a good.
That was beautiful. I thought at the time, I was younger than I did. And then, so that was that particular time I had driving in the building. So I took it as an insult. Don't take it as an insult. Any little fucking here that there, that's. That's the one that I'm looking at. I don't see it when I do, but go down, go back, oh, that's good, man. So I went back to the job site and I got something called me. All the trying to do is show you. And I left him alone. I guess I do. So leave it that, you know, it's not,
Well, the years in the past over here, and I've seen this and for many of years, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate this, but it's too late to train somebody when somebody's already retired. When somebody's retired and they're gone or trying to train them 2 weeks before, that's what they're waiting. So I mean, by that time, it's almost now, by the time you fill this position, this person's already retired already 3 months. By the time you fill this position, now you get him in and there's nobody to tell you. So a lot of them, they bump their heads multiple times while they're learning versus if they're cost trained, well, they already have more or less an insight of what's needed from them and what needs to take place. And by that time, they're normally hitting the position running already. They're hitting the ground running versus it being like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that.
because it was withheld.
Yeah, all that knowledge was making out there. And I mean, it's better to people to
formulating the contract for the study and public health. No, so it's good. I used to have it, I know, I see, oh, I see a lot of things. And, I don't, mostly, yes, I see it. I see the guys looking at it. Oh, good. I don't even, they're taking CV up, but I've always seen it. Well, it's, that's what you, I want to be part of it, and that's the part that I can do it. Well, yeah, that's fine. I definitely use it in a way, but I'm no god that it's going forward. Yeah.
We've done a lot of strides here, Dave, so we're still moving forward.
There's still a lot to go on. It's very apparent that the way you guys run this meeting. You're bringing in what you, and you're not holding anything back. Yeah, I don't like that. How you do this. We're going to allow it. Everything on the table, you know.
Yes.
And that's everywhere I go. It's everybody. You know, the team of people are doing that. It's really. One guy told most people that go, you two honest, that's what, there's no such thing. The RS is not. Simple as that. Let's keep up the table, nothing on the table. I don't know if he's coming back up here. That's what you gotta do.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Good meeting, you guys. Appreciate you guys' time.
All right, I guess I'm
I see you guys.
adjourn this meeting at 2:51 p.m.
The Shani will notify us, but whether it's going to be on the second or.
Yes.
Is it for that?
Yes, sir.
Right.
This, the next meeting will be on Thursday.
Second, we should get.
Oh.
I see another, I'm gonna check on you guys. But I'd like to see it.
I appreciate it because, when the staff comes in, remind you about, there's a public.